I'm Maria Pappas. I'm the Cook County Treasurer. So let me tell you a little bit about why I'm on this program today with our state rep. I need you to get a piece of paper, a pencil and or a pen, your iPhone, your iPad, whatever, and write this down. cookcountytreasurer.com. cookcountytreasurer.com. Why is that important? Over 1 million people have come to that site. And why would 1 million people come to that site? Well, I'm about to tell you. If you go to it, in the middle of the site is a little purple box picture. If you punch that little purple box, you are going to get the ability to put in your address on any piece of property that you have owned over the last 20 years. And over the last 20 years, it can be commercial and or residential. As soon as you put in your address, do not put in north, south, east, or west. Just put in the address. A picture of the house or a picture of the commercial property is going to show up. Now you've got on this site, okay, that is my house. That's the commercial building that I own. You scroll down and you are going to see a bunch of stuff. You're going to see if you paid, if you didn't pay. You're going to have the ability to download the bill that you just paid. And in a little few months or a couple weeks, you're going to be able to download your August bill early in June instead of waiting until July 1st to get it in the mail, because we don't always know if you're going to get it in the mail. So we've got this set up. It is the Maria Pappas version of the United Airlines boarding pass. You can actually go to this site and find out if you paid or if you didn't pay. Go down just a little bit more and you're going to find something else really interesting. What's really interesting? You're going to be able to tell if going back 20 years on any piece of property, commercial or residential, that you, your friends, your relatives, anybody at all owned. Here's the site. Your property tax overview. That's what you're going to punch right here. And that's where you're going to put your address. Okay? Right here, your property tax overview. You're going to be able to see on there, and up on the screen is going to flash some information telling you that you overpaid. There's $79 million worth of overpayments. So you're going to be able to see that in the year 2005, when you bought this house, at the closing, the seller said, you know what, LaShawn, I'm going to hold out your payment. And then your wife got the bill in February to pay March 1st. She forgot that that happened at the closing. You forgot that it happened at the closing. So now I've got two $3,000 payments sitting on your home address. This property site, cookcountytreasurer.com, after you put in your address in this purple box, will tell you that. Now you punch a little red button on that site and you will be able to get right.
So there you go. You have it right there.
Right there.
Tell me what to do. We'll do it now.
Punch your property tax overview.
Property tax overview.
Okay, good. Go down to search by property address.
Or by address.
No, punch right there. Punch search by property address.
Okay.
That one, punch that. Okay, what's your house number?
I'll put my house number in.
No south, no south. Just okay, go to street name. Just put 912.
Okay. Separate.
Go down the street name, put Mayfield.
All right.
Is there a unit?
No.
Okay, go to Chicago.
All right.
Put in your zip.
All right.
And punch continue.
All right.
Go down. Is that your house?
That's my house.
Great. And on here, we know that the mailing information on the house is LaShawn Ford, Mayfield in Chicago. If that's wrong, when you scroll down further, you can correct it. But let's go down here. Now let's go, no, I'm sorry, let's go up a little bit, See, it says view your property tax information. Down just a little bit. No, come down, below search.
Below search.
Below property address, there's a blue line. You passed it up.
All right, here we go.
There's a blue line up a little bit. Up. See,
Oh,
view your property tax, punch that.
All right.
Okay, now go scroll down.
Okay.
Okay, you paid?
Yes.
You paid?
Yes.
You
I'm
paid.
paid. Yes.
You paid. So let's go down a little bit more.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, so here, if you want to download your bill, you would punch that. Oh, great. Look here. There was an overpayment of
Refund.
$694. Wait. In the year 2002 bill of, did you own the house then?
Yes.
Okay, if you owned the house then, somebody overpaid by $694.
No, I owned it. I owned it.
Well, then it says application required, apply now. You're going to have me back on your radio program because I just got you $700. You owe me lunch.
All right. That sounds good to me.
Okay, so Shawn, what I'm telling you is this is $79 million of people who don't know. I mean, if you don't know, then who else knows? You
That's
follow me?
right.
Go back up to that. Go back
All
up
right.
because I'm not done yet.
All right. We're
All
going to go back to where you owe me money.
Yeah.
Right here.
See where it says apply now? When
Apply
the show's
now.
over, you're going to punch apply now. Okay.
Apply now. Okay. I'll apply now.
Okay. So this tells you how to do it. 3-step guide.
Click here to download the.
Yeah. Click here to download the app and you
Okay.
do it. And, yeah.
Okay.
If you got a problem, you call there. So go back to the site.
Okay.
Great. Let's go down a little bit more. Okay, wait, we've lost you again. You should let me be running this, not you.
Yeah, I take directions. Tell me where to go.
Okay, wait, hold on. We already,
I'm going to go back to the top.
no, you got out of your property. Okay, do search by property address
Okay.
again.
You want
down
to
here.
go back to my property. Okay. Search by property.
Address, yeah.
All right.
And put your number in again.
Okay.
Field.
All right. In case some people missed it, we're doing it again.
And put your zip. Great. Now punch continue. Punch
Okay.
continue.
All right.
Okay, good. All right, so go down.
Okay.
There's the house again.
All right.
Okay, go down slowly, keep going down slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Where it says view your property tax information
Okay.
next to the house. Go
Next
back
to
up to the house,
Yeah.
punch the little blue.
All right.
There's everything about your property.
All right.
Okay, so now go down slowly.
All right.
So far, so good. So far, so good. We know we owe you $694. Keep going down. All right, you know how to apply. Now look at exemptions.
Okay.
This is, you got your homeowners exemptions,
Yes.
but there are seniors, $44 million worth of seniors who didn't get their senior exemptions. They forgot to apply. This site will tell you that. Do you want to, are your parents living?
Yeah, I could do their address.
Okay, so let's go do your parents' address.
Okay. I'm gonna go back.
Okay, so do
Search.
search again, punch search again,
All right.
and now do search by property address.
Okay. All right. LECLA. All right. And that is. Okay.
Perfect, continue. Isn't this cool?
It is amazing. That's her building. Yes. Now view.
Wait, is it in Fort Augustus's name?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
So view.
view property tax info.
Okay.
Okay, they paid, go down. No, stop,
All right.
no overpayments, and they have gotten everything. They got their homeowners, they got their senior, and they got their senior freeze.
All right.
But if they didn't, you punch that little red button that says apply for missing. Most people don't, they forget. I mean, your parents are smart, so they did it.
Yes.
But a lot of people don't. You can go back 4 years on this, LaShawn, but on the refunds, you can go back 20 years. So if
Okay.
you want to scroll down just a little bit, I'm going to show you something interesting. Just a
All
little bit here. See highlights of your pension?
Yes.
Pension, look here. This is what is owed either by the city, the forest preserve, the county of Cook, the Board of Ed. All these people owe, and then you see what it is, amount of shortage. That's where we're short on pensions. That's the amount of money that we're short. If you go all the way over there, employees, retirees, look at this. In the city of Chicago, you got 36,000 people working and 28,000 retired. Just at the Board of Ed. In the city, you have 47,000 on pension and 36,000 working. So we've put this information up there so that people can begin to realize the financial burden that's facing us, which is huge. Now, if you want to go down and you want to get really analytical, you see this reports and data for all taxing agencies. We can tell you by government, all 550 governments in Cook County, what the unfunded liability is of that government. So on your bill, there's usually, you want to scroll back up and we can show you a bill? The March bill, right? David, the March bill? Let's go back up. Go back. Wait, go down a little. Go down a little. Down, down, down. Okay, stop. See, due March 3rd, punch that. Punch that. You have to punch tax year 2019 first installment.
It's coming up.
It's coming up?
Did it show yet?
No, I think you punched it hard.
I'm going to share this screen now. One moment. You have to share it. And I will share this one with everyone.
Did it come up?
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect. This is the bill that we designed, Shawn, so that you can understand where your tax liability is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 different governments that your mom and dad are paying to because they live in that house. So look at what each one of these government owes. They owe a total of 69 billion, 69 million, 75 million, and 60. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So
the money owed,
where's the issue? Look at the highest one there. 51% of everything that's going out is going to the Board of Ed. This is why you keep hearing in Springfield that we've got to change the funding for schools. Most of the bill, it goes as high as 64% in some of the suburbs, goes to education. So people are saying, your parents are saying, look, my kids aren't in school anymore. Why am I funding this? So we're calling attention to that, and we want to give people information about what it is that they're paying for. So I hope that's helpful to you, right? Yes. Now, where are we going? Let's go forward. Because you're on that pension committee in the House.
That's right.
And we are happy to share all this info with you because we are the only repository of all the financial statements on these 550 governments in Cook County. So we're going to make sure that you get all this and you can share it with everyone in Springfield. Okay?
Right. I appreciate that.
Yeah, let's go forward because you've got some important legislation I think that you're doing this week. But the Cook County Board is also on this week on Wednesday, hopefully, on Thursday of this week, hopefully going to pass some legislation. What's it going to do? So we're in the middle of this pandemic and I've been doing this for 30 years, but I've never had so many phone calls as I've had like in the last, like from 6 in the morning till 11 at night, they're like calling. So why are they calling? The property taxes are due August 3rd. Okay, they're due August 3rd. So how about all the people who aren't working? How about the hotels that don't have anybody in the hotel? How about the busboy who can't wait on a table? Or the guy that also calls me after 30 years and says, hey, Marie, I own 70 shopping centers. Nobody's paying any rent. This is like kind of the first time that everybody who's really, really wealthy and everybody who's really, really poor and everybody who's really in the middle, there's no money. So what this ordinance before the county board does is it will permit you who owes either $2,000 or $20 million on August 3rd to defer the payment until until October 1st with no penalty. Now you're going to say, you know what? I mean, penalty's no big deal. It really isn't. It's 1.5 points a month. It's not a lot of money. What this does, LaShawn, is it gives you the ability to juggle your finances for a couple of months. You don't have $2,000 August 1st. But if you get back to work and you get the kids back in school and buy them some clothes or pay for some college tuition, you will have that money, hopefully, by October 1st, and you can give it to us without any penalty. Let's say that you go through all of this and you still don't have the money on October 1st. On November 1st, you can pay, and that's when the penalty starts to kick in. It will kick in at 1.5 points. It'll kick in at 1.5 points. Additionally, and this is really important because you're on this and you're in Springfield, if you don't pay your taxes in Cook County, after 9 months, the property taxes on that property get sold. We were supposed to have a tax sale of 53,000 parcels on May 8th. We went into court and it got postponed. It's been postponed by the judge indefinitely because it's pretty hard to sell property taxes of homes out from under people when they can't leave their house. I mean, I don't even think they could leave their house to go get a certified check to pay me, okay? So it's been postponed indefinitely. But before you in Springfield, and you are actually involved in the sponsorship of this, is the bill which is going to extend the time for the tax sale. So the tax sale is 9 months. We're going to push it out to 13. And I think that that extra 4 months is going to give people some breathing room, which is what they need right now. Everybody needs like room to breathe. So that's kind of what we do here.
Yeah, I noticed on your website, the front page says tax sales postponed indefinitely.
Right.
Treasurer Pappas closes office to safeguard health of taxpayers and employees. There it is.
Right. So let me just talk to you a little bit more about this website because it's actually kind of exciting. I've been talking to you about the purple box, okay? I've been talking to you about this little purple box here.
I'm going to go right to it. Let's go to it so you can show.
But wait, before you go there,
okay.
Look at this. You can pay online for free. You can pay online for free. I now have more people paying online for free than I have going to Chase Bank or coming in here. So I think that on August 3rd, would you want to come, do you seriously want to get on a train or a bus and come to my office? I don't think so. Go to cookcountytreasurer.com and you can pay for free online. Here is downloadable forms. You can download that refund app. You can download an ability to never get anything in the mail from me again. You can sign up with your email, and when I get the bill, it's going to come to you on your computer and you can print it out, just like you print out your.
There it all is there.
Yeah.
Get it by colors.
Right. So how do you pay? You can pay at Chase. You can pay at like 400 community banks. You can mail it in. You can come to my office, but trust me, nobody wants to come to this office. Okay. I told you can pay online for free. The debt study in the top right-hand corner is the study that tells you what the debt is of all these 550 agencies in Cook County, including all of the suburbs. And then you've got your downloadable forms. Avoid the tax sale. List everything that's on the rolls to get sold. So you can go there and you can check in case you didn't get your mail. It's all available to you online. So, there's something really interesting. You see this little thing that says foreign language brochures?
Okay, let's go there.
Yeah, I love foreign language brochures because everybody thinks that the whole world speaks English, and it's not true. So this is a chart. You might not see it, but
okay.
I have had 503 downloads in foreign languages. So there are 126 spoken languages in Cook County. And Shawn, you're going to be surprised at this. There have been 133,000 downloads in Polish. In Polish. People want this information in the language that they grow up speaking as a child. So I'm going to give you some other, do you want to hear some more interesting statistics?
Yeah, we want to hear some more.
Okay. 8,000 downloads in Albanian, 19,000 in Arabic, 13,000 in Assyrian, 13,000 Bulgarian, 28,000 Chinese, 21,000 Croatian, 7,000 Czech, 9,000 German, 10,000 Greek, 800 Hindi, 10,000 Italian, 2,900 Japanese, 23,000 Korean, huge community here, 9,000 Lithuanian, 14,000 Romanian. I just did Russian television show. 13,000 Russian, 5,000 Serbian, 28,000 Slovakian. Do you know? I mean, interesting, right? 3,500 Spanish, 7,600 Thai, 8,400 Ukrainian, 7,600 Ukrainian, and 8,400 Urdu. So this county of Cook is a melting pot. This is a place where people come in to get this information in a foreign language, because in Russia and Greece and the Ukraine and Lithuania, there's no such thing as an exemption. There's no such thing as a senior citizen exemption. So we are now up in this website in 126 languages, and we give you the ability to download anything you want in a foreign language. So if you're Russian and you've got a refund coming, the app shows up in Russian for you.
Well, I have someone that wants to say hi, and you should definitely go on her show.
She's my buddy.
Yes.
She's my buddy. I love her.
She's got a great following, and she would love, I know that she would love to make sure that her
She's
viewers.
the best commissioner. I love her to death.
And I think that it's too short because not everybody has work. So that's a comment that someone had. What about it being too short? What do we need to do?
You know what? Here's the problem. I mean, there's no sales tax. There's no revenue anywhere. And yes, it's too short, but it's some relief because the governments also need the money to function with the schools and the lunches and pay the jails and the policemen. I mean, you're trying to do a balancing act here. In fact of the matter, when there's no money, nothing really is good. But this is some relief. It's a little relief. So
she also wanted to know specifically the hard to reach communities. And I'm not sure exactly what angle, but I know that, technology maybe.
Well, we're out there. We go out. If you can't get this info, and you call 312-443-5100, you're laid up in your house, I'll send somebody to your house.
You sure will.
No, I send somebody out. Even in this mess, I'm sending somebody out. I will get it taken care of, So the hard to reach communities, we've done 39 interviews in the last 10 days. We're reaching hard to reach communities via social media right now, and radio and television and Skype and WebEx and Zoom.
All right.
Every day, all day.
Do you do mail? Like
yes.
Regular stale mail?
Yes.
So those that may not have the technology, they're getting it in the mail as well.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So how are we doing on time?
All right, we're good. We should keep going. We talked about I want to talk about your budget here. It says you collect about $12 billion each year in taxes,
right,
from owners of more than 1.8 million parcels of land.
Right.
That's a lot of money, and you have a big reach. I don't know if anybody has I mean, everybody's got their reach, but it seems like you have a melting pot, like you said, a real connection with everybody.
You know what? I mean, I'm going to tell you what happened to me. The first time that I was like the treasurer, I went downstairs and I realized that all the people in line who were paying were cash payers and didn't speak English. And it then occurred to me that because they were in line and not speaking English, that something was wrong with the way I was running this place. So I came back upstairs and I said to my chiefs, you guys got to get the census data up. You've got to figure out who these people are downstairs who aren't speaking any English. And it's then that I realized that the largest property owners in Cook County are Polish. So then we went to the top 20. So if you go to the office now, you're going to see brochures for the top 22 languages in that language. So now I don't have to have 20 Chinese translators in here. Do you know what I mean? When somebody comes in and they're Polish and they don't understand it, I give it to them. Plus, there's probably 20 Polish media outlets that we work with. Our audience is not necessarily the daily newspapers. Our audience is the guy who runs the Bulgarian newspaper, the 20 Chinese newspapers and radio shows, the Russian Reklama newspaper and their radio hour. It just goes on and on and on. So I think of all the electeds, I've got the best job because I have been able to integrate and interface with all these various communities who have all these customs and all of this culture that really makes the city and this county so incredibly, amazing to be in. In the African American community, we don't stop. I've got Sonia Tompkins right now who's just killing it. We are in and out of churches on a daily, weekly basis. Now we're doing it via Skype. When I first came in, LaShawn, there were 386 African American churches on the tax sale list. Every one of them has been removed and every one of them is exempt. You will not find one African American church that's being bought and sold by buyers who are exploiting.
Amen.
So, that was really a big thing for us to do, It
was. It says that you, Cook County, the county treasurer oversees the second largest property tax collection and distribution system in the United States of America and is run by you. You're responsible for all of that.
So let me tell you what Cook County is. Cook County is the 16th largest government in the world. It is responsible for the largest public health system in the world, the largest jail system in the world. We have more male, female, and juveniles in prison than any other place in the world. In fact, we have 118 kids in the juvenile detention center under the age of 18 awaiting trial for murder. So this is no joke. This criminal justice system that's run by Tim Dart, which is extraordinarily difficult to do, and he does a great job, is really, really a tough.
You must know him real well. I've never heard anyone call him Tim. Wow. Everybody calls him.
That's his brother, Tim. That's his brother's Tim. He's Tom.
Okay. I thought
Tim, he's Tom.
I figured Tom would go by whatever you call him. You're Maria Pappas, so.
No, he's just a good guy. He's a good guy. So he's got a very think about this. Just at the food contract for the jail is about $30 million a year. It costs us to house a prisoner roughly $50,000 a year. So this is no joke. Additionally, the county manages 67,000 acres of forest preserve. It's also responsible for the botanical gardens, the Brookfield Zoo, all the unincorporated highways in Cook County. There are several elected officials, the assessor, the clerk who runs the court records, the county clerk who manages all of the elections. Every time we have an election, it costs like $12 to $14 million. Very difficult to do. Just the equipment that Yarborough's running is next to impossible. There's the Board of Review where you appeal taxes after the assessor's office. And there's me, I'm the bank. There's 17 commissioners that govern the county. It's divided into districts by areas so that commissioners, each of these 17 commissioners is responsible for a certain area. Like Larry Suffernan's responsible for Skokie and Evanston area. Other commissioners are responsible for other areas. They all have different interests. And they meet a couple times a month and convene at the county building and assume the responsibility for how the money for the criminal justice system, the hospital system, the roads, the highways, the botanical gardens, and the elected officials, how it gets spent. So it is no small job.
So we spoke about all those units. And so you have a responsibility as a treasurer to also maintain investment policies and strategies to address those different units. Is that right? And you must conform with the federal and state and local ordinance?
Well, we have a great system. On Wednesday night, let's say we have $3 billion that we've got to get out. It all goes out in 30, 60, 90-day CDs. The night before, we tell these 400 banks, hey, we have $3 billion. They come in on Thursday morning. There's a computer screen, and they see what each person's bidding. They can actually see what the other bank is bidding. At the end of 20 minutes, the bid's closed. The winner of the highest interest rate gets the money. And while we're sending that to them, they are sending back 102% collateral, which we need because we got to collateralize the funds of the county. So it's all automated. You know, when I started, I had 258 people. We are now down to around 70. We had 6 offices. We now have 1. Of the 70 people who are remaining, 35 of them are chronically and constantly programming. So we are kind of the money machine, the place that collects the money, and the extra money that we get goes toward the union salaries and employees' money that they need. So every year we try and have a little extra gravy from the money that we collect.
A few questions before we go off. Duplication of payments of the same tax bill. Do you see that being a problem? People paying twice? I don't understand.
Every time, listen, every time there's a collection, people try and overpay by a minimum of $18 million. They forget that they have an escrow account.
Oh my.
They pay, even though the bank paid. The husband and wife are in a divorce. They both paid, okay? It doesn't, there's so many scenarios about why they do it. Or the mortgage company bought and sold the mortgage to somebody else. Sometimes 3 mortgage companies will pay on the same house.
Wow.
So we've created a program where we stop the second person from paying. We stop and then we send you a letter and say, we stopped the second payment. But the 74 million in overpayments that we're dealing with is old money, and we need you to come and get it. So go to cookcountytreasurer.com and apply online by putting in your home address or the commercial address.
Well, in closing, you've taken this department, this agency, your office to a whole new level. Where do you go from here? How much more advancement do you need to do in this office? And what should I be looking out in Springfield? Are you going to be looking for more money to help you advance even further?
No, I'm not looking for more money. I'm looking to refine what we're doing. I'm looking to make it a paperless office where fewer people have to come in to get anything done. Like these applications, you have to submit these applications before. Now you simply get these applications done by emailing them back to me. So my office is about technology. When I'm ready for more stuff in Springfield, after you guys pass this stuff this time on the tax sale and extending the date, I'll be back next year with some more things, and I'm looking forward to your sponsorship.
All right. Well, if that's your final word, you could give.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Treasurer. Bye-bye.
Okay.